We out here, we chilling.
So what is that device that you got clipped to the microphone?
That's a good question. It's a plate that is filled with copper, and it has a particular design. It's a labyrinth.
Oh, and I see it got like the flower of life in the middle. Is that no? Not that.
You could call it that. It's also a cross if you really look at it a certain way. An inverse, ever-looping cross that represents you finding your own center, yourself.
So where does the maze start, or the labyrinth? Where does it start?
So check this out. You enter here, boop, 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 and you can find yourself all the way into the center.
Okay. So it's like a meditation?
It can be in a world filled with fractal chaos.
What's it called? There was something that I remember reading out of a book, but it was saying once you have like geometric patterns. Oh, when you have geometric patterns. Rewind. All right, so I read out of a book once. I read a lot of books, y'all. So I read out of a book that if you stare at geometric shapes or patterns, that it enhances your focus to be able to focus on something for a longer period of time. So that's why I was asking, is it like a meditation? Because it kind of reminds me of a geometric shape that if you were to look at for a long period of time, it starts moving, like the optic illusion. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's called the mandala. But yeah, that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, the mandala. If I'm wrong, then correct me. It has the same aspect of like the Fibonacci spiral, when you make your own mandala and you're like in a zone type of thing. You can find it within a lot of art forms, like a lot of art out there. You can find the Fibonacci spiral somehow woven into that. Very interesting. But
you made that?
No, I didn't make this. This is an ancient symbol.
Not the symbol, I meant the disc, the plate.
No, I didn't make the plate. I didn't make the plate.
So the plate came from an ancient civilization, y'all.
The design did. The design did. And a fun fact, interesting fact, when you walk in this type of way or labyrinth, and they also had in ancient Egypt, when you walk in that type of pattern, you also activate more of the parasympathetic system as well. Very interesting.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, even expressing it, even hearing it expressed in that way has kind of brought a wave of relaxation, you know, and it's nice to look at. It's very therapeutic or relaxing to look at, you know, and then it's better than looking at your phone. You enhancing your intelligence, focus, and centering yourself. And once you center yourself, it's like how I see it. If you're centered, you're so heavy that everything has to come towards you. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like having a bowling ball on a pool cover. You know what I'm saying? You drop the bowling ball inside the pool cover, everything collapses inwards. That's how I feel about when you centered. You're so strong that everything just pulls in towards you.
Exactly. I'm going to show you the ones that we do have, technically. And you have seen it already. There you go, the scalar plate. It's the same concept.
Really?
Same concept. Yeah. So the ones that we make, same concept. Take the plate, meditate with that geometry.
Oh, so you look at it while you meditate.
Or just look at it and then So you can do this with any patterns that really call out to you, that you feel at ease in a parasympathetic, chill, vibratory way. And whatever pattern you're looking at, a great tip too with the breathing is on your exhales, blink as fast as you can or as much as you can. And then your inhales, relax. And what you're doing is you're also taking like a biopic of the image and imprinting it at a deeper subconscious level. Yeah. And think of it when you're clipping your eyes and blinking. Think of all the micro pressures that you're utilizing as you're imprinting longer exhales. It's going to have a deeper subconscious imprint with the particular image.
Why would that be? Why would I want that? What's the benefits of that?
Well, would you rather have images of distortion, or would you rather have images of harmony?
I'd like to go with harmony.
There you go.
So it increases my frequency towards harmony.
Or how about frequency awareness?
So it brings me to be aware or conscious of what is harmony and how to move towards harmony.
Yeah, man.
I like that. Yeah, better than the alternative.
Like attracts like, right?
I was about to say opposites attract too. I don't know.
They do.
I don't know, man.
They do. That's another one. Let's talk. But the question is, at any point, were the opposites ever like similar?
That's a deep question. I don't know. I would have to say yes, just because they come from the same source, but I don't have a genuine, definitive answer.
I think that's the answer, bro. They came from the same source, man. It's the same concept as a woman is technically like an inside out of a man.
I was going to say something messed up. I was going to say a woman is a mutilated man.
You not wrong, bro.
Just cut off and you got a woman.
Say it again.
You cut off the genitals, you got a woman.
Or do you? No. Or do you? Or do you? Well, what about the milk, man? The milk, man.
Hey, you got no sex. You got no sex organs to have that feedback, so you ain't gonna be producing much FSH and LSH and all that other hormonal imbalance is just ruined. There's a lot going on down there.
There is, I guess. Ouch. Ouch.
Back to the matter at hand.
Yeah, man.
Perfection is perfected, so you best to understand. So no, hold up. We was talking about just synchronicity.
But what about the imperfection? Is there perfection with imperfection?
I personally think that being imperfect is perfect, because you can replicate perfect, but you can't replicate imperfect. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can get 100% on the test. You know what I mean? But it's like, how many people taking that same test will get the exact same question wrong? You know what I mean? Or the ratio of how many people got one question wrong depending on 10. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, if everybody just got 100% all the time, there's no everybody's the same.
And then the other question becomes, will there be any point where, what if that 100% is not technically perfect? Won't there become a particular time in history or even within another dimension where it's technically not perfect? You know, we got scientists discovering dimensions, talking about things are in reverse in terms of time and stuff of that nature, which is not too far-fetched from what the ancients were like scribbling when they had no distractions.
How I see it, like even the Bible, and I'm not a Christian or any type of religion, but the Bible talks about how we had everything in the beginning, and we didn't like it. We didn't want to have everything. We wanted to mess it up. You know what I'm saying? We had everything. We could live forever. We had all the fruits, and we could have sex and just be naked and just be chilling. And people was like, nah, I need the drama. I need the trauma. You know what I'm saying? And I personally think that when people have things that are too good, they look for a way to create some type of turmoil because it keeps them distracted and busy from the truth that maybe that you were saying that these scientists X or these old people in the past were seeing as, hey, alternate dimensions. But me personally, I think it's human nature to not want things to go well because then you feel like you're not living. I don't know. For whatever reason, we want to mess things up.
Or do you think that's a type of consciousness that derives us from, I guess, fully expanding? Because it's the same thing with the whole AI thing, you know, in the terms of if we, there's two ways it could go. Whether we use AI to uplift humanity, obviously, or it could go where we use it to extinct ourselves, unfortunately. Either way, right? It has to go one way or the other, right? So with that being said, in terms of how we utilize the tool, it goes back into the core, to the point of the intention.
I mean, we could talk. I would say we could try to say that our intentions to be pure, but I know, like the Tao says, heavy is the root of the light, and they also say there's more darkness in this world than there is light. I believe that it's just more or less the way that we have to exist. We have to exist within the turmoil or the darkness in order to find enlightenment. I don't think that we're meant to be living in harmony, and it sucks because it's like, yo, look where we're at. We're in 2025. We could create vitamins that give you the nutrients that you need so you don't need to eat ever again. But I'd rather have restaurants. We could have housing for everybody. But, you know, I'd rather have people struggling to make it, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we've utilized our skill sets in order to, in my mentality, it's like, yo, we did it to hold ourselves, almost imprison humanity. So I was like, as far as what AI could do to uplift us versus what we've done already along the course of history, we've always chose to kill or enslave ourselves. And it's like, if we choose different this time, it'll be a different song. But we could have chosen different a long time ago too. So, you know, I hope that people start to realize that, hey, we always pick the same choice, and maybe next time we should pick, what was the Neo pick? The red pill? Yeah, maybe next time we'll pick the red pill. How you feel?
Or what if we take both pills?
OD.
But isn't that life? Like, hey, the Buddha had all the riches, and then the Buddha had nothing. And the Buddha was like, ah!
What I did pick up in Jamaica that I noticed that doesn't exist here is, for one, everybody in Jamaica, most people that I met in Jamaica seemed to be happy. They was like, yo, everything irie, everything cool breeze. But when you come over here to America, a lot of people have the words of anxiety, I'm stressed, I'm depressed. And it's like, I've thought about it. I'm like, in Jamaica, for the most part, I didn't see people have more. You know what I'm saying? I feel like America, or the people that maybe in my proximity, have so much that it creates anxiety. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how do I maintain everything that I have? You know what I'm saying? Instead of, I don't have it, so I don't need to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the more we acquire, the more we're going to try and protect what we've acquire, and the more anxiety that it's going to cause us.
to add to that, I would say it would be in gratitude. All the way down to the bed you sleep on, all the way down to the body you close your eyes in. I think it all stems down to gratitude, because when you lose that sense of gratitude, you start to see things around you that may look distorted, but has been with you 24/7, 365 in a sense, but it's now placed in a section within your mind because you haven't given the sense of gratitude just for even witnessing it or experiencing it, whatever the case may be, of whatever it is. You get what I mean?
I'm probably gonna butcher the concept, but somebody said you don't know what it's like to have it, or you don't know what it's like because you have it to not have it. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you have something, you don't know what it's like to not have it. You expect it to be there, and then the moment it's taken away, your whole world is shattered, because it was almost like a veil's been unlifted, and now you're not you're not grandfathered in no more. So it's like, yo, there'll be times where people will be saying, "Oh, I wish I had it like you." I was like, "Really?" And I'm like, I don't acknowledge it that way, because I'm in the rabbit hole. I'm in it. I'm fighting. It's like you're being in the ring. You fighting, and people are on the sidelines like, "Damn, man, I wish I was in the ring too." And you're like not thinking about that because you're too busy. You know what I mean? Doing what you're doing. In that tangent, it's like, yeah. I'm gonna pass it back. Let's swing it back.
And when you're more in the state of gratitude, now you are out of the sense of whenever, of course, it's human nature to quote unquote compare or analyze. A lot of people say compare, or you can use it as analyze, right? So whatever your mind is analyzing on whatever is external at that moment in time, it's going to quote unquote compare it to the gratitude section, or the part of the section that you neglect, I would guess, in a sense, in terms of that bond. You get what I mean? Because to this point in the now moment, thank goodness we went through whatever we went through, because we can't go back and change it right now, right? To just be here in this moment in time. So gratitude to that. Yeah, that's an encompass of every breath, handshake, every time you open your eyes, the number of times, whatever that is, to the very age you are now. That's a whole encompass of that in that one sentence. As simple as it may have sound, but very deep and profound.
I mean, it's like, let's just take a minute to acknowledge that we're alive. That we are alive. This is life. And like, unfortunately, a lot of people will put life on hold because they're chasing something. And it's like, yo, this is it. Sitting in the park, sitting talking, that's it. Having some friends, having some company, living life, and then you don't know more. That's it. So it's like, yo, what are we prepared for? What are we holding back for? Why not just be grateful for having the opportunity to live and be happy with sharing the experience with others? You know what I mean? It's like, it's crazy to get caught up in the ungrateful part of it, when it's like we sitting under a tree. You know what I mean? Sometimes trees grant fruit. You know what I'm saying? In this day and age, we ain't there yet. But we'll get there. But it's like, yo, we got so much abundance that to be ungrateful could be disrespectful to life, because we got so much of it, ample of it.
If you're having a hard time finding something to be grateful, start with your breath. Inhale, thank you for breathing. Exhale, thank you for breathing. I'm breathing. Thank you. And man, that will send a powerful ripple beyond imagination. So with that being said, I say much love to the Breath Nation and the Acupuncture Nation.
Yo, thanks for joining forces together. Acupuncture and breathwork and acupuncture, breath journeys. It's all about living life to the fullest, man. That's what I want to represent. Yo, it's like you can live without acupuncture. You can. You can't live without breathing. That's for damn sure. But wouldn't you rather have it the best opportunity to take your life and elevate it, or feel your most optimal version of yourself while you're alive, while you're breathing? That's my message, brother, man.
Thank you for sharing the breath, y'all. Peace.